Who is this band? In a world where music genres collide and create something extraordinary, there emerged a phenomenon that took the world by storm. On July 27, 2016, Metal Hammer readers made a bold declaration. This debut album wasn't just good, it was the best of the 21st century. From Heavy Montreal to opening for Lady Gaga, their performances were nothing short of legendary. Who are they? Their debut album was voted as the best album of the 21st century.
Wow.
By Metal Hammer readers.
That's incredible.
They debuted at number 4 on a weekly album chart, number 2 in Billboard Japan. It topped the iTunesMetal charts in Germany, the UK, and the US. Reached number 187 on the US Billboard chart on March 22nd, and then shot up. They played alongside Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax, along with Avenged Sevenfold and Megadeth, and they were the youngest artists at the Loud Park Heavy Metal Music Festival.
Oh my goodness.
Who is this band?
Surely it's some big name that we've heard of. Like
Who is this band?
Korn or the Beatles.
Who is this band, Brian?
I don't know. Who is this band, Dan?
They are Babymetal.
Babymetal.
Babymetal?
What is Babymetal, Dan?
What?
That's what I want. Babymetal is Kawaii metal. Have you ever heard of it? They were...
Ooh.
Are you two-tipping me?
Yeah. Daniel-san.
Kawaii metal, the genre definition. Basically, they made this genre, and it's a sensation the world over. Do we have a clip that we can play?
Kawaii means cute, right?
Yes, cute metal. Here we go with some cute metal for all you cute metalheads out there. Let's listen to this thing. You ever heard this before?
No, I've never heard this.
Brian?
I've heard of this, but I've never heard this.
So far, it just sounds like metal.
Can you see them?
See that, yeah. They have dancers.
Wait, look at them dance. Got a little Paramore thing going on.
Yeah.
Calling this metal seems somewhat disingenuous.
Well, what's that? That's metal.
Yeah, it's metal.
Right up your alley. All right. I got the point. All right, I got the point. It's like these three singers who were put together by this agency back in the early 2010s, and they were very young actually when they first started. So that's a little creepy, but
So glad I reserved all my comments until you said that. Now I have no comments.
just, FYI. But it's a fusion of heavy metal and J-pop, pioneered in Japan in the early 2010s, combines Eastern and Western influences. It's a blend of heavy metal music with J-pop melodies. J-pop melodies, not K-pop. Does J come before K, or K come after J?
I don't think it's alphabetical. I think J refers to from Japan.
Yes.
And K refers to from Korea.
Okay.
J does come before
J comes on Korea. Okay, gotcha.
The
lyrical themes often contain kawaii, cute, lovable elements.
Ah.
So they're singing very catchy melodies. The lyrics are very light, and they're dancing like a JKLMNOP band on the stage with Kiss outfits. And the band that backs them up is they're terrific too, but they're dressed up in they have paint on their face, like white paint. They look like skeletons.
Oh.
The original band looked like skeletons, but then they get rid of them.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. But they're huge. They have hundreds of millions of views. The original lineup is Suzuka Nakamoto.
Oh.
She's called Sue Metal.
Okay.
All right. Moa Katuki, which I totally ruined that, was Moa Metal. And Yui Mizuno is a Yui Metal. And they're taking this whole thing to the next level of metal, which is it's bizarre. And you would think that it would just be like this one hit thing that
Kind of like a gimmicky kind of
gimmicky
Novelty, maybe, yeah.
novelty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not the case. Because not only did they blow up, but they opened up for like Metallica and all these other bands. And shocking, which I found, they played with Rob Halford on a performance.
Lead singer of Judas Priest. For
Lead singer.
Kevin's benefit.
Yeah,
there.
thank you.
Sorry, yeah. We should play that. That's down at the bottom.
I would imagine that there's a pretty big Venn diagram of metalheads and a group of people called weebs.
Are those Ween fans?
No, weebs, which I understand to mean, I don't know the actual definition, but it's like...
It's somebody who's kind of like obsessed with Japanese culture.
Yeah, white guys obsessed with Japanese culture and like hentai.
What's the acronym?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not an acronym. It's just weeb.
Yeah.
It's like WEEB.
It might be a derogatory term. I don't know. I've never been called a weeb. I don't think I'd want to be called a weeb. Nothing against Japan. A big fan of Nintendo, so like.
Are you
You
sure
heard it
that's-
here first. Kevin hates Japan.
Are you sure that's not like something you're not supposed to say?
I don't know.
No, I mean I have friends who self-identify as weebs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a subculture. It's like an internet thing too. It's like they spend a lot of time on 4chan and often Reddit.
Weeb is a slang term used to refer to someone who is obsessed with Japanese culture,
Yeah.
particularly anime and manga.
So you want to hear some of this Babymetal and Rob Halford?
And hentai.
Shall we cleanse our palate with some Babymetal?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do it.
Tentacle
This is
porn.
with Rob Halford.
Yes.
Okay.
The Fox God
The Fox God and
the Metal,
Metal God.
This is live.
Yes.
And I think but they don't play any instruments, but I think one of them picks up the guitar for this.
That is Rob Halford. That is not one of the Babymetal videos.
And it's also not a pack rat. Or a weasel. Singing. Can you see the image right there? It's been accepted into the metal community
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
because that's Rob Halford.
That's
like the prince of metal.
They
as we've discussed.
got the endorsement.
Yeah, and Tom Morello is another one. You want to throw that up there?
Sure.
Tom Morello was featured in a song with them
From the Rage Against the
from
Machine.
the Rage of the Machine.
Yeah.
Against it, but for it too at the same time. Against the machine, but for the machine because they have to make money, so they're going to rage against it.
Right,
It's
right.
profit machine.
I'm going to skip ahead here.
Doesn't sound like All right, Kevin, what do you think?
It reminds me of like when a big celebrity goes to Japan and shoots a commercial. Like here's Shaq talking about some sort of like soap and like with a Japanese voiceover.
Yeah.
And then like Shaq looks at the camera at the end and goes, Kawaii.
yes, Yeah, but besides all that, what do you think of the music?
I'm not a big metal guy,
You're a tiny metal guy.
I'm a tiny flesh person. But I can appreciate it for what it is. I studied in college the first time. I took a semester in world music, and there was a good unit on like Japanese minimalism, which I really enjoyed.
Japanese minimalism.
Yeah,
Well, explain what that is.
it's just like. It's been so long. I can't
I
really
believe
speak
it's-
as an authority, but it's like
I think it's based on like a lot of the Shinto music that comes out of Japan.
exactly, yeah.
A lot of stuff played on bowls and bells.
Kodo and-
yeah.
So I appreciated that part. But like it's a lot of energy. I like the energy. I imagine being at one of those shows would be awesome. Other than that, not my cup of tea.
Well, what if I were to tell you
Oh my god, he's gonna pull back a curtain and Babymetal is gonna be here.
that yes, Kevin, behind this wall.
Whoa! I'm so glad I didn't say those things about you guys.
Yeah. What if I were to tell you that there were spin-off projects
There are spin-offs
in the Kawaii music universe that created a band that got somewhat popular, but not necessarily accepted in the music community and the metal community?
Sure.
Please tell me this is Babyfish.
It's, can you imagine?
Oh man, there is a Fish album for like lullabies.
Yeah, they have one of those for a lot of different bands. I have the Pixies one for my kids.
Yeah. There's a Radiohead.
Yeah.
There is a band called Lady Baby.
Whoa. I hate this. Oh man, I hate this so much.
Kevin hates it because the dude sounds like Kevin.
Every second that passes of this, I just hate it more. The video adds like a dimension of hate.
This part's okay.
What I think is jarring about it is
Everything?
is
This that synth sound. You know, like the hype synth sound where it's just like orchestra hit? They have that in the beginning of this one, and it's just like so untastefully done, and it makes me want to die.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'll appreciate the next one. So this is a little bit out of the.
Is it baby jazz?
We're getting out of the baby universe.
Oh, okay. That's
Moving
good.
fully into the lady universe.
So
now.
it's more in the
As an adult, I am glad.
yeah. It's more in the still in metal,
Okay.
but I think it personifies what metal and this type of metal is supposed to be.
What is this called? then?
It's the Metaverse AI bands, Metalverse AI bands. Sorry, and let's pull up this opening here.
If this is Mark Zuckerman.
And I think when you see this guy scream, I think it really does personify everything. See that? These are AI metal bands becoming huge. Kevin?
Is that World of Warcraft I'm looking at?
Well, it's. I think to me, when I listen to this type of music, that's what I picture.
It's the Hulk with a humongous underbite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think of this, Kevin?
I like this better than Lady Baby.
Yeah.
I don't care for synth voices.
Mm.
That's one of my least favorite sounds of a synth is trying to emulate a human voice and it just sounding not real.
Yes.
With the one exception of Paranoid Android.
Are
That
you
breakdown.
Are you referring to Android or to Fit or Happier?
Well, that's an actual. That's like a computer voice, like speaking words. I'm talking about like a synth patch that's like
Got it.
oohs or ahs.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I played in a jazz ensemble once when I lived in Philly, and the keyboard player would every now and then just switch his keyboard to that ooh ah, and it just sounded so fucking corny. I'm sorry, it just sounded really corny, and it was so like I have very bad memories of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that just sounded like metal to me.
Yeah. But it's with AI characters.
Now, is the music AI derived as well, or is it a real band with AI
that
avatars?
sounded like a real band. To
It
me.
sounded like a real band.
But you
I don't
know,
I actually don't have that background on that.
that's not a new thing, though. I mean, the AI part of it is new, but what about the gorillas?
Gorillas, or even as like the Archies from the '60s,
Yeah.
Sugar, you know?
Yeah. So we're okay with that, but we're not okay with the baby stuff.
I mean,
Baby stuff is the baby metal stuff is huge. Join us next week for some more of this. Where you need to smash that like button and join us every single week for something really equally as interesting. See you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye. They were.
What?
That's what I want.